Hello students, how are you? I am Swati, going to teach you Social Studies of 7th class chapter 3. I have already covered lesson number 1 and 2. You might have seen that videos. If you have any doubts, you can make a call or just refer to the textbook. Yes, now here as I am taking the classes, please note down that I am taking everything from the textbook. So just go through the textbook lesson once and just try to answer the question and answers in the blue box which are provided or the boxes. Then it will help you a lot to improve your understanding. So here we are in lesson 3 now. Tanks and groundwater. So you would have a conversation with your parents or grandparents. So this is very important that you are going to sit with your parents and grandparents and going to ask them how they used to enjoy their childhood days near the tanks in their villages. If they are from the village background or their grandparents are from village background, they will definitely share with you the fun they used to do in the village. So you like swimming? Yes. So even I like swimming, but I never swim. But anyhow, our grandparents, even my father and forefathers, they know how to swim because in the villages they swim in the tanks. What are tanks? Tanks means cheruvulu. In Telugu we call it cheruvulu, means tanks. So these cheruvulu were only for fun. What are the uses of the tanks and why were these tanks were built and how they were used by the villagers? Let us learn today in this class how the tanks were the most wonderful places and rejuvenating the atmosphere of the village. Let us go to a village and observe the cheru or tanks there, how they are maintained, how they are used, what are the uses of tanks and how important is this for the government to take major actions to maintain the cherus of the Telangana. Let us go into the story of cherus. For thousands of years, our ancestors have tried to utilize the tanks. Not only now, if you go to the ancient period, from there itself, people used to settle down near the water bodies. So in that water bodies, not only rivers, but tanks were also the major part of agriculture, a main source for the agriculture. So water is used in our life in different ways. So in the same way, the water of the tanks were used in many ways by the ancient people, even the Meghalite people. Ancient agriculture evidence, even now we can get the evidence from very ancient old tanks that the people used to live near the tanks. They used to make small hutments and used to utilize the water of the tanks. And that sometimes it is said that they only constructed the tanks. How it happened? So now Kakatiya's kings built a large number of tanks. In this class, class 7, we are going to learn the history of Kakatiyas, and they were, we can say, they have created their own image, their own impression that they were well maintained the tanks in these time, in their times, and they have used the tank water for irrigation. And it said that at the time of Kakatiyas, agriculture was really bearing the gold. It is said to the golden age of agriculture at the time of Kakatiyas due to the maintenance of tanks in Telangana region. So now we can see how were the tanks built, actually why the tanks were built and how they were useful for a village. As you know, we are in the plateau region, and in the plateau region we have rivers, but many of the parts of the Telangana doesn't have the water facility. So what becomes a major source of water in the plateau region? So as you know, plateau region is filled with the rocky, but it have the source to store the water in the form of tanks. So here we can see tanks were usually built by building a strong wall of stones. Just now I said it is a collection of stones. Stones were made a wall like this. You can observe here. Here you can observe a kind of a wall were built with the stones. Wall with stones were built so that the water doesn't overflow from here and it can make a form of a lake. A lake filled with water. Filled with water. You can observe here. Build a strong wall of stones and mud across a small stream. Here you can see here streams are there. Since these are the higher elevations, whatever rainwater falls on it, it slowly move towards the slopes. So tanks were built in such a place where all the rainwater can be collected into that tank. So the streams were maintained so that the water perfectly comes and joins into the tank, and the volume of the water can be increased in the tank, and that properly the rainwater can be used by the people. Across a small stream in such a way that with a wall on just one side a large lake could be formed. Here you can see where all the water which is collected from the streams in the form of streams comes and collect at a place and form a big lake or tank, you can say. So again, how this water was used. So you can note down this, how the tanks were built. Tanks were usually built by the building of a strong wall, even not only one side. They said sometimes when the tank gets dry, even the lower part was also sometimes built with stones there, so that most of the water cannot be percolated. But even though they have built with the stones, they used to maintain gap so that the water can be percolated into the soil. About the percolation we will read in the part 2 session, but now we will just read about the tanks. Yes. Now here then, these water, what happened to village maintained tanks. So village, there was unity among the villagers, because it is said that a tank is a cheru. Water was prayed. Actually, they used to take the water for drinking purpose. Not now, but in the olden days, they used to drink the water of the tank. It was also used for drinking purpose. And the purpose of the tanks were divided based on the need. Some tanks were specially designed for drinking water, clean drinking water, and they used to maintain in such a way that impurities doesn't come and mix in there. So tanks were also a source of drinking in once upon a time, but now we are using different filters and Vivo water or different other sources of water. But in the olden days, they used to depend upon tanks for drinking water, for irrigation, and also for different tanks were there for washing the cattle, and the water used for washing the clothes. Even clothes were used to wash. You can talk with your grandparents and parents how they used to carry the cloths near the tank and they used to wash. There were special persons allotted for this. Cheruvu katta, they used to say, where the chakali cheruvu they used to call, where they used to wash the cloths. So many purposes were there for this tanks. But same tank was not used for many same purposes. There were different tanks. There was a chain of tanks which was maintained like this, and one tank for drinking. Sometimes it is both used for washing the clothes and for washing the cattle. The same tank was used. So these are the uses of tanks, how they used this tank water. And actually all the village people, they used to collect some money for this maintenance. They used to appoint one person also so that he look after all the streams are we call it as a nallas nowadays, which are properly the water is supplied to the tank or not. Is any dust is in the middle which can be removed so that the water can directly come and fall into the river tank at the time of rain. So a special person was also appointed. He was known as the Neereti or Neerukattu Manishi. Who is this Neerukattu Manishi? He was given household things like rice and other pulses by the villagers, and also some amount of money that he was specially appointed for observing the maintenance of tank. An entire village used to dedicate some or the other thing for his family for maintaining the care of tank. So this Neerukattu Manishi was responsible for the maintenance of tank. He used to go around the tank and check whether the water is properly supplied for the tank or not. Even at the time of rain also he makes rounds and observes whether the level of water is equal or any mud is under the tank. For example, when tank is like this, at the times what will happen when the stream water is carried into the tanks, the tank is filled with the water. So what happens when the rain falls? When the rain falls, the mud which is the upper soil, that is known as very alluvial soil, very the top soil we call it. Top soil. Top soil, what will happen? It will carry along with the water and sometimes it gets deposited under the tank. So it is also the responsibility of the villagers that they have to observe that these should be, we call it in Telugu Pudika, when it is filled with this soil, very fertile soil. It is very fertile soil, and this soil can be again used as a layer on the crop, and it is used as the topsoil which reduces the uses of fertilizers. Fertilizers, you can say. How did the tanks help? There are many uses. As I told you, even animals used to drink the tank water. Now you can see nowadays the cattle are just roaming here and there. There is no specific place for the cattle to drink water. The human beings are providing the water for the animals in the form of a bucket or any other things are provided. But can you know that how a tank can quench the thirst of an animal? The animals were free to go and drink the water into the tanks. You can see then it is used for irrigation. Near the tanks many crops were cultivated with the water from the tanks. That is, for irrigation they use this tank water, and they use tank water for irrigation for their fields. Now, increase water level. If there are many tanks, you can see the underground water level is always maintained. Never the well's water was getting dry due to the underground water was very good at the time of tanks were maintained. So it also maintained the underground water level. Tank silt used as fertilizer soils. So as I told you, they used to remove the silt and sand under the tanks, and they used to take it to different fields, and they used to maintain like topsoil, which is very fertile, which gives a good breed for the crop. And you can observe here decline of tanks in our time. Nowadays what is happening? No one is maintaining the village tanks. There is no person called the Neeru Kattu Manishi in the villages. And the villagers are not at all using the tanks properly. They are not maintained. Since 20 to 30 years, the tanks are neglected by the people. Since they have neglected the maintenance of the tank, they started filling with the mud and they becoming dry, and unwanted plants are growing in the tanks, and some places the tanks are being occupied like plots, and many tanks have been not found even, they are made as general lands. So at least there used to be 7 to 8 tanks in one village, but now there are only 1 or 2 tanks in each village. Now you can observe. Now observing this importance of the tanks, our government of Telangana have introduced Mission Kakatiya. So Mission Kakatiya is one of the mission introduced by Telangana government. So here you can see about the Mission Kakatiya.
We know the worth of water, said Benjamin Franklin. Since times immemorial, village tanks have been one of the most important water resources and a lifeline for the rural communities. Not only the agricultural communities depend on it, but also the fishermen, potters, toddy tappers, pastoralists, fruit gatherers, and all other artisan communities directly benefit from the tank system. A tank is a village water resource formed by constructing an earthen pond across a shallow valley to impound the rainwater runoff from its catchment area. The Telangana region has a rich heritage of cultivation and irrigation dating back to several centuries. During the Kakatiya era, the constructions of tanks were carried out with utmost technical expertise. Tanks such as Rampa, Paghal, Lakhnavaram and Bayaram, which were built by Kakatiyas during the 12th and 13th centuries, resemble seas, and they greatly helped agriculture and overall development and prosperity of the Kakatiya kingdom. The tank system has different functions like irrigated agriculture, soil, water conservation, flood control, drought mitigation, livestock, domestic uses, recharge of groundwater, and protection of the environment. However, this practice had been discontinued over the past 60 years, resulting in the siltation of the tanks, reducing water holding capacity, and ultimately rendering this once carefully planned system less effective. During this period, the Telangana region lost as much as 2.92 lakh hectares of tank irrigation. With a geographical area of 1,14,840 square kilometers and the population of 3.52 crore as per 2011 census, Telangana is the 12th largest state in the country in terms of both area and population. According to a study by Socio-Economic Outlook 2015, about 56% of the state's workforce is directly or indirectly dependent on agriculture for a livelihood, and about 86% of the land holdings belong to small and marginal farmers. The government of Telangana state, and in particular the Honorable Chief Minister and Minister for Irrigation, have been the prime motivators for the project. No sooner did the Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana state, Sri K. Chandrasekhar Rao, take charge, he announced this massive program of restoration of 46 tanks to restore original water storage capacity. By repairing damaged and collapsed sluices, redesigning and reconstruction of the damaged weirs, redesigning of the tank bunds to their original standards as they have deteriorated due to the jungle growth of the slopes, damaged stone revetment, and seepages through the bunds, among others. By resectioning of the irrigation channels to arrest the uncontrolled seepage of water for smooth distribution to the fields located in the tail end areas. By protecting tank submergence lands from encroachments. By supporting the tank-based livelihoods. By increasing productivity and profitability of agriculture, horticulture, fisheries, and livestock. Even as the desalination is one of the main.
So here we have seen how the Telangana government has taken action to rejuvenate the tanks maintenance in Telangana, and he has started the new mission called Manavuru Manacheru, and it is said that many of the villagers and the farmers have been benefited by this, and also the underground level water is also increased due to this mission. Thank you very much for our government for taking this action. Let us continue this topic in the next class with fishing, depending on fishing on tanks. Thank you. See you again in the next class.